Okay, so we are going to be solving a problem two different ways. We're going to compare tape diagram solutions with algebraic solutions. So our first problem here, that you also have a copy of in front of you, is about Liam. And Liam always eats 2 servings of fruit every day. He also eats some vegetables every day, and it says some. So perhaps we might end up using a variable for that later on. So I'm just going to take a note of that. Talk to the text. Variable. So he eats some vegetables every day. And he eats 35 servings of fruits and vegetables every week. So 35 of fruits and vegetables every week. And I know that there's 7 days in 1 week. So if Liam eats the same number of vegetables every day, same number, how many servings of vegetables does he eat each day? Each day. How many servings of just vegetables each day? So we're going to take a look at that 2 different ways. The first way is an algebraic expression. So we don't know how many vegetables he eats. So we're going to let V represent the number of vegetables Liam eats each day. Okay, and we know he eats 2 fruits plus some vegetables every day, and he's doing that 7 days per week. So we're going to multiply 7 times the quantity 2 plus V. And it's in parentheses because it's 7 times both of those. And we know he eats a total of 35 of those every week. We're going to use the distributive property. We always draw our arrows so we don't forget. 7 times 2 is 14, and 7 times V is 7V. So we get 14 plus 7V equals 35. That's the distributive property. Now we start solving. The goal is to get this variable all by itself. So the first thing we're going to do is subtract 14 from both sides. It has to be both sides because it's an equation. It has to stay balanced because of this equal sign. So that gets rid of the 14 over here, so we're left with 7V. 35 minus 14 is 21. Now we have to get that V by itself, so we undo the multiplication, and instead of multiplying by 1/7, I like to divide by 7. And 7 divided by 7 is 1, or just 1V, and then we have 21 divided by 7, which is 3. So that leaves us with Liam eating 3 servings of vegetables every day. What a good boy. Let's talk about this problem as a tape diagram. So a tape diagram is basically just that. It's a tape. It's a picture of a piece of tape, which is just a rectangle. And it's a visual representation of the entire problem. So we've taken this piece of tape and we have Liam's fruit and vegetables in this piece of tape, and there's 7. 2 fruits, some veggies for 7 days. And all of that equals 35. So what we can do is we can take a look, okay, well there's how many V's? There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 V's, which is where we get 7V, okay? And there's 7 2's, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So that's where we get the 7 times 2, which is 14, okay? And because we know that that's the fruit, we can take that fruit away from the number, which is the fruit and veggies. So 35 minus 14, which is the fruit, gives us the number of vegetables per week. So 21 is just the number of vegetables per week. We can take that and divide it by the number of days in a week. So 21 divided by 7 equals 3. So there's just one more way to tell us that Liam eats 3 vegetables per day. Last problem. Here we have Ava. Ava bought her first cell phone for $95 and now has a monthly bill. Okay, so monthly bill, that means she's paying something towards that bill for 12 months. So every month for 12 months. Now Ava paid $815 during the first year. So that's how much she paid total for the cell phone plus her cell phone plan for the first year. So for an entire 12 months, that's how much she paid. What's the amount of Ava's monthly bill, it says. So we've got to figure out how much per month she's paying. Okay, and you guys probably are familiar with this, hearing your parents talk about cell phone bills. So let's talk about writing this as an equation. We're going to let M represent the amount of her monthly bill because we don't know how much she's paying per month. But we do know that she's paying that every month for 12 months, so we can go 12 times M. And we're going to add to that the number of, or the amount of money she spent on her cell phone. And her monthly bills for an entire year plus her cell phone totaled $815. We're going to subtract 95 from both sides because our goal is to eventually get M by itself like it is here. We have to do it from both sides so our equation stays balanced. And we end up with, when we subtract 95 here, it disappears. We have 12M. 815 minus 95 is 720. Again, instead of multiplying by 1 over 12, we are going to undo the multiplication by dividing. So we're going to divide by 12. And 12 divided by 12 is 1M, or just M. And we have 720 divided by 12, which is 60. So she spends $60 per month on her cell phone bill, which is super cheap. I want to know what her plan is. We could also draw a tape diagram. So here's Ava's cell phone bit plan, or how much she paid for an entire year in a tape diagram. So we have monthly bill, monthly bill, monthly bill for 12 months, plus the $95 for her cell phone that she paid for, and all of that total is $815. So we have 12M, 12 times her monthly payment. We're going to take out from the 815 the amount of her cell phone. So 815 minus 95, this gives us how much she spent on her cell phone plan for the entire year. So we can take that for the entire year and divide it by 12, which is 12 months in a year. So 720 divided by 12 is 60. So Ava's monthly bill is $60.